guys, Lise here from Hustle and Groove, and I am super excited to chat to you today about how to create a mini course in a weekend. Now, before we dive into all of those things, let's talk about this channel. What's it all about? Basically, I'm here to help you create an online business that's easy, fun, and profitable. Because why would you do anything else? And I also truly believe that there is no one size fits all approach. And the reason I believe that is because I have done all of those types of things and I've tried other people's strategies and they just don't work. Now, they might work for you. That is the thing, right? It's very much about figuring out what works best for you. Okay, so that's what this channel is all about. You will see a whole bunch of videos hanging out here. So today we are talking about creating your amazing mini course in a weekend. And honestly, I would even go so far as to say you could get away with doing this in a day if you wanted to, right? It does not need to be complicated. Now, I work with a lot of my students and my clients to help them get their courses created, their digital products out there. And 9 times out of 10, I'm saying to them, you know what? Give yourself 30 days to do this. But if 30 days means that you're going to procrastinate until the last 5 days, then this mini course in a weekend is your best option, right? I am someone that loves a tight deadline. It makes me get stuff done. So if that's you, or you just want to learn how this actually works, you're sitting there going, I have no idea how you're going to do this, Lise. So buckle up and let's dive in. So step number 1, what do you think that's going to be? Well, it's kind of a little bit of a step that you might not even think about, but it's something that I am a huge fan of, and it's repurposing content. So what content do you already have that exists that can help you start to fill out what it is that you're actually going to do? So I'm talking about blog post content, even Facebook content, right? Are you sharing stuff on your Facebook page? What about inside Facebook groups? If you have your own Facebook group, you might have already done some Facebook Lives. You might have even done really long form posts that you can repurpose. Now, when I say repurpose, what I mean is you're going to take that content and it's the basis of what you're going to then turn into a mini course. So if you've got video already, you could probably pare that down or pull content out of that or get it transcribed and turn it into something that you can use as part of your actual course. So start there. Start with the content that you've already got that exists. It's so much easier when you approach things in this way. So then when we're sticking with a mini course concept, remembering that this is something that can be done in 60 minutes or less. That is what I would class as a mini course, right? It is something that is not going to take your person very long to go through. And so that leads us nicely into step number 2, which is be very specific about the result that you're getting. Now, notice how I said result, not results. There should be one result for your mini course. And you want to make sure that you can clearly articulate what that looks like. Now, I have a really cool framework. It's super easy that helps you kind of narrow in on that one result. And it pretty much goes like this. So you have the title of your mini course, right? Whatever you're going to call it. Let's say it's called Book Leads. I have a course that's called that, so it was the first one that came to my head. So Book Leads is the name of your course. So then your result can be communicated in this way. Everything you need to know about ABC, and that is whatever you're teaching, right? Whatever the piece is, so that you can XYZ. And XYZ is the result that you're helping someone achieve. So you can vary the wording in this, but basically you just want to make sure that it's very clear what it is that you're doing and how it actually helps someone. So everything you need to know about optimizing your book to bring in leads on autopilot so that you can sell more of your offers on the back end. That's not the tagline for book leads, but it gives you an idea of what you should be doing in order to be able to clearly articulate that one result. Right? So that's just a sentence. It doesn't have to be super long. It just needs to clearly articulate how you're helping the person and the result that they can expect when they finish your mini course. And number 3, which I've already talked about, is making sure that your mini course is 60 minutes or less, particularly if you are doing this in a weekend. Although I have created bigger courses that I've done in a weekend that were more than 60 minutes, but let's keep things simple, right? Let's keep things realistic. Now you can record one video for your entire content and then split it up into smaller videos. It gives your person who is going to access your course not the illusion, but the perception that they're getting more because there's more videos, right? Like if you were just to present to someone a sales page that showed this course here and it's got one video and it was 60 minutes versus the exact same course that had 5 videos that all equated to 60 minutes. Which one do you think is going to win? It's going to be this one because the person looking at that is going to go, wow, I'm getting all this content for this amazing price versus, oh man, that seems like a lot. I have to sit on my butt and watch this thing for an hour. Even though it's the same, it's just perception, and that's really important. So when you're planning out this content or when you're thinking about what you're going to do for your mini course, know that you can 100% record it all in one go and then split it up. Of course you can. There's no problem doing that. In fact, it makes it so much easier for your actual person who is buying your course. So don't be intimidated by the fact that you've recorded this thing and now you're like, oh, how am I going to do that? Hand that off to someone on Fiverr, right? Get them to split it up. You just need to tell them where you want it split. That's it. Easy peasy. And then the final step in getting your mini course created is go low tech. And what I mean by that is use what you have available, right? You don't need to go and purchase a brand new camera if you're going to do face-to-face video like I'm doing here. In fact, I'm just using my iPhone camera. That's it. I don't have any fancy camera. Now, I do have a ring light behind this, and that is only because I'm in a dark room and it's dark outside, right? So I can't use any natural light. But if I had access to natural light, I would actually go and stand in front of the natural light and put my camera, but right in front of that window, because natural light is your friend. It doesn't require you to get any special lighting, right? So use what you have. Now, if you don't even have a phone, then use your computer. Most computers come with an inbuilt webcam, and you can use things like Loom. You can use things like Screencast-O-Matic. Both offer free options that allow you to screen record, but also show your face. Right? You don't have to show your face at all if you don't want to. Canva is another option too. Canva now comes with your face being able to be shown. So if you were doing a presentation, you could do it that way too. Whatever works for you. But you don't need to go and invest a ton in fancy equipment. I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I still use my iPhone because it's easy, right? Yes, I could go and invest in higher tech equipment and stuff like that, but I like to just do things that are simple. I don't want to have to learn a new piece of software. I don't want to have to learn how to zoom in and out on a camera. This just makes things simple, right? And it allows you to create quickly because you're not having to set all the things up. Right? Keep it simple. That is the process for creating a mini course in a weekend. It is literally repurpose the content that you have. And if you don't have content, totally fine. What you want to do is make sure that you've got clear milestones, right? How is someone getting from over here, where they're just starting, to your result? Those are the milestones in between. And they're just like mini steps. It's the easiest way to map things out, but map it out, right? Even if you do have content and you're going to repurpose, I'd highly recommend doing that. It'll just make your life a lot easier. And then make sure you're focused on one result, right? Keep it simple. If you're going to go through the process of creating a mini course, make sure it's only focused on one thing so that your person who actually grabs your course actually succeeds. Then make sure that you keep it under 60 minutes. Of course, it can be a little bit longer. It's entirely up to you, but just make sure that you split up that content into bite-sized pieces of content so it's easy for your person to input all the things. And then lastly, go low tech, right? You don't need to invest a ton in equipment. Use your phone, use your computer, whatever you have available to you is all that you need. The biggest thing that I can tell you is lighting is important. So natural light is your friend. So if that means that you've got to go outside, right? You can edit out sounds, but lighting is really important, and it will just level up how amazing you look if you can get natural light. And most people have natural light, right? Unless you're in a basement. Maybe you are, but most people have access to natural light. And even if you are in a basement apartment, you can still go outside, right? Just make sure you're in the shade, but you can use a natural light. Or if you have a few dollars, invest in a ring light. You can grab them on Amazon. Super easy. So that's it. Don't overthink this. Start by being really clear on those milestones. Repurpose content that you already have. Be clear on the result. Keep it under 60 minutes or a little bit longer, whatever makes sense. Split it up into smaller pieces of content, and that's it. It shouldn't take you longer than a weekend to pull all of that stuff together. Now, I'm going to link below to a ton of resources so you can see the types of mini courses that I have created that have taken me less than a weekend. Just so you can see what it looks like. You can kind of see the bones of what's involved, all of those things. Now, if you want to add in templates and resources and those types of things, they might take you a little bit longer, but your actual core content shouldn't take you longer than a weekend. Now, if you've got any questions at all, please comment below. I would be happy to answer them. Otherwise, go ahead and get started. Create your mini course in a weekend. And don't forget, easy and fun is what you're looking to do here. Keep it simple. You don't need to overcomplicate any of this. I'm Lisa Cartwright, and I am super excited that you're here. Go ahead and hit subscribe and that like button, and I will see you on the next video.